of this problem. So we will do that right now. So we had our equation of the frog to be I'm going to say y1 is equal to negative 1 over 100 bracket x minus 50 squared plus 25, and we'll say y2 is equal to negative 1 over 16 bracket x minus 54 squared plus 36. And now we'll just do a straightforward system of equations. So we'll go y1 minus y2. So we have y1 already written there, so we'll subtract y2. So it'll be negative bracket negative 1 over 16 x minus 54 squared plus 36. And when we work those out, we will get, so y will cancel out to be 0, and we will have, what is it, negative x minus 50 squared over 100, which represents this equation, plus x minus 54 squared over 16, and 25 minus 16 gives us negative 11. And then the first step is we need to get rid of the denominator. So we're going to multiply all three variables by 100 times 16. 100 times 16 and 100 times 16, which will cancel this 100 out, and this will cancel out the 16 out, because it always makes life easier to get rid of the fractions. Okay, so 0 is equal to negative 16 x minus 50 squared plus 100 x minus 54 squared minus 17,600. Now we're going to expand all our factors out. So it's going to be 0 is equal to negative 16 x squared minus 100x plus 2500 plus 100 times by x squared minus 108x plus 54 squared is equal to 2,916 minus 17,600. So we'll multiply everything out. So 0 is equal to negative 16x squared plus 1600x, because negative and negative gives us positive, minus 40,000 plus, now we're going to cross multiply these out, so that'll be 100x minus, that'll be 10,800, 800x plus, it's going to be a big number, it's 291,600 minus 17,600. So what we'll do is we'll add up the similar variables. Oops, I think I made a mistake here. That should be 100x squared. So that's going to, negative 16 plus 100x squared is going to give us 84x squared. And looking at an x variable, that's going to give us negative 9,200x. We're going to add up all our constants to give us positive 234,000. And obviously, this is going to be a very difficult factoring, which is going to involve quadratic equations. So we're going to use the coefficient of x squared as our a value, coefficient of our b, which is negative 9,200, as our b value, and here's our c value. Okay, we're going to substitute our, just in case if you forgot, negative b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac over 2a. And I'm going to substitute my b, a, and c values. So let's start. So which will give us negative 9,200 plus or minus, and I'll just write the numbers first and I'll root it. So it'll be 9,200 squared minus 4. A is 84 times by 234,000, all under the root sign, divided by, my tablet's kind of a bit uncomfortable, divided by 2 times 84, which gives us, keep going, which gives us, let's see, 9,200 plus or minus, it's a big number, so don't worry about the big numbers, it's the final answer that really matters. It's like 84,640,000 minus 78,624,000 divided by 168. And when we plug that into the calculator, we're going to get 9,200 plus or minus the root of, and when we work that all out, it'll get 6,016,000 over 168. So we're going to have two possible values. So we'll work those out. So it's going to give us, there's two possible outcomes where we either add or subtract. So we can have 9,200 plus root of 6,016,000 divided by 168, which gives us a value of 69.4, or we can have 9,200 minus 6,016,000 by 168, which gives another value of 40.2. So what we did was, by using a system of equations, we determined two x values where the two graphs will intersect. For example, we had the graph of the frog, and we had a graph of the grasshopper. So basically what we determined was these 2 points, the x-coordinates of that part, which will be 40.2, and the x-coordinate of this intersect, which will be 69.4. So now to determine the y value, all you have to do is substitute these two x values into either one of those equations, okay? So let's substitute those values. Okay, so we determined the two values of x. So what we're going to do is substitute into either one of those parabolic equations that we determined. So I'm going to just use y is equal to negative 1 over 100. What was it? X minus 50 squared plus 25. So when I substitute my first x value into that, we get y is equal to, and I already calculate this beforehand, it's going to give us 24.0. And when we substitute the second, I'm going to note this x1 and x2. So y1 is equal to 24 when we substitute x as 40.2. And when we substitute x as 69.4, we get a value of 21.2. So the 2 point where the two graphs intersect is 40.2 and 24.0. And the other coordinate, where x is equal to 69.4 and the y coordinate is 21.2. So basically, to review, what we determined was there was our two graphs that we drew in part A. What we determined was the point of intersect between these two graphs. It's basically where the flight of the frog is equal to the flight of the grasshopper. Okay?